I just want to very briefly here introduce services and see what a service is. Services. Okay. A service is just a program that runs in the background that is waiting or ready to do something, and it does not have an interface. One other thing, at least on Windows machines, is it also interfaces with the services.exe service controller. So I'm looking at services here on a Windows machine, and let's just take a couple of examples here. So here's my backup software, and you see it has a scheduler service, and it is running. That's because this thing is waiting for a time, right? It knows when it's supposed to back up, and this thing has to be running so that it knows when that time is there. There's probably one for the task scheduler too. I don't know if I've ever looked at that, but let's take a look here. Yeah, there it is. There's the task scheduler service, and it's running because there are events that take place at certain times. Well, in the realm of networking, there are some important ones, and particularly on a server, but anything you have on a server, you also have to have, if you're going to communicate with a client, you have a server side of something and a client side of something. And there are two important ones. One is DHCP. So right now this is a Windows 10 machine, so it has a DHCP client service running on it. Whereas a server would have a server side, but this one's a client because I didn't think of running a server. I should have spun one up. Another one is the DNS. That's good. Oh, here it is, DNS. So these two are running all the time. Why? Well, because DHCP and DNS services are things that need to periodically take place. If I'm, say, a DHCP server, I have to be constantly listening for somebody requesting an IP address. If I am a DNS server, I need to be constantly listening for somebody who needs to resolve a name into an IP address. So that's why these things have to be running, because they're listening for something to do. So that's the basics of what services are. A program running in the background waiting for something to do, and that does not have a user interface.